Hey guys, so I just got finished seeing the new spooky movie Lights Out. And I must say, it has some good things and there's some bad things. So let's do the bad things first and end with the good things because I think it's just better to end on a high note. The first thing that's bad about it, in my opinion, is the story plot. The story plot is very weak. It starts off, oh, by the way, spoilers. It starts off with these two crazy girls. One is just depressed, and one's got a whole lot more issues. And they both are in the asylum. And they make friends, but the thing is, the one that's got the bigger issues, which has she has a type of bone disorder, or whatever, she decides that she's going to try to make the other one sicker, and so they do some electric shock therapy on her. And instead of it helping her, she turns into a pile of ash. Now that's another thing I had problem with when it came to this story was a pile of ash. People have been electrocuted, people have been electric chaired, and they never turn into the peripheral or peripheral, where it's called pile of cartoon ash. Just, it got me so much that no, it did not turn into a pile of ash. Number two problem with this movie, the monster talked. No monster should talk, especially not a monster like this one. It would have been so scary if she didn't sound like Billy and Mandy. She sounded literally like Mandy Wednesday Addams did from Vader Zim. Whatever you want, she sound like it. She was like, just you're not going to send me away, Veronica. It's like, are you kidding me? It was just, no, it should never have talked. I mean, you don't hear the Grudge talking, you don't hear Michael talking, you don't hear Jason talking, you don't hear Mama talking, you don't hear the Lady in Black talking, you don't hear Darkness Falls talking, you don't hear any of these people talking, and they make them scary. She was talking, it weren't the scary. So, number three, I'm trying not to spoil the entire movie. It, like I said, this kind of was like a going back to the first thing about the story plot being weak. It had a really unsatisfying ending. It was just like, okay, like it was like, what else? Like, first of all, it was predictable, and it was like, why was that necessary, and has it worked? You know, like it's like it wasn't like, if why was she connected to the mother? Okay, the mother, I ain't gonna get into it, but the mother is the one who ends this whole thing, and it's like, why why did you take that risk? You could have been just freeing her to lose her darn mind before she ain't hurt your kids. Now she might lose her mind, so that's a little bit weird, and it didn't guarantee the monster was gone. So that's a little bit something I didn't care for. But that's all the bad. Let's go quickly to the good. The good is, it was scary. It starts you off scary, it ends scary. It doesn't make you have to learn about their favorite color, or their favorite food, or their family. It doesn't do any of that stuff. It gets you straight into it, and you're like, whoa. You know, you're like it starts off with the woman turns off the lights, the assistant turns off the lights at work, and even the house. She's at work, and there's the monster scratching at the floor, and it's like, oh man, that's scary, you know. So that was scary. Kills the stepdad, and the part I love, the stepdad actually ran. He tried to save his life. It's a shame he got killed because he tried. He ain't do the typical crap. The thing that really messed this movie up to me is the lack of mystery. It didn't have enough. It had tons of suspense. It tackled all of everybody's favorite fears: monster in the closet, monster underneath the bed, monster in the dark. It tackled all of those, but the suspense, it's not everything. It didn't have a mystery to it. It's like, is the creature a ghoul, a ghost, a monster, an X-Men? I mean, what is she? Because she just is like, oh, she's not, she really didn't die, and she turned to a pile of ash, and it's like, what are you? I thought it was even a little bit of the Babadook happening. Is the mom the crazy person? But no, it's a monster thingy, I guess. She wasn't, it was a little too humanified for me. It was like, you got this ultra scary monster who's scratching and scraping and being like really spooky, but like she's like talking like a teenager, and it's just like, ugh, it just was cringy. But yes, it wasn't a bad movie. I give it a C- really. And tell me in the comments what y'all think. I'm trying not to spoil it too much, but it was nice. I mean, all the actors were kind of likable, I guess. You know, They were, you know, the little boy was fine. Like the part that I loved was the mom. The mom was in on it. She was like, oh, like, I'm talking to my friend, and that was pretty unique. I mean, usually you see like the parents don't believe the kids. Not this time. The mom was in on it. She was removing light bulbs. She was removing flashlights. The mom was having a little boy sitting there watching the movie with mom and popcorn, happy, and the mom's like, I'm gonna turn the lights off now. He's like, no, no, mom. And she turns the lights off, and the creature is on his head. Like, you see her legs all spread up and her hair dangling. That was scary. That was good. So it has some really good jump scares, some really good scary stuff. It will have you jumping like this the entire time. But it didn't really feel like a cult classic. Like, I loved It Follows. I loved other spooky movies, but it didn't have that feeling of going down in history. It just, not to me. I think this is a movie that could be easily forgotten. But it had its scaries though. It did have its scare. I think the problem if it comes to a movie that the monster, I think the monster has to be memorable to make the movie become a classic. You know, even if the whole movie sucks, the monster has to be good, and this monster would have been so good if it didn't talk. I mean, think what made The Grudge. The Grudge hurts. Oh, you know, that's what made The Grudge the like, oh man, like everybody knew that. Like, you hear that, you get scared. But this monster, what are you doing at night? So this is not that's not scary. Another thing I would like to have her answered was the main girl. She had cuts on her arms and cuts on her like hands, and I was curious, did she do that to herself, or did the monster do it to her? Was the monster torturing her all her life? How did she grow up? You know, why is she telling her brother that never happened, where this monster obviously is actively still in their life? A lot of things that needed to be answered was not answered, and the ending was cut way too fast and just summed up point blank done. Didn't care for that. So I give it a nice C-, and I'll talk to y'all later. And by the way, if this is Tuesday, August the 2nd or close to it, it is my birthday. I just turned 27, and yeah, I can't believe I'm 27. I'm like, oh my gosh. So that's happened. I'm a Leo, and I can't believe I'm close to 30. Oh my gosh, I cannot even think about that right now. I don't want to think about it. I'm not close to 30. I'm not close to 30. It's not here yet. So I'll talk to you guys later. And don't forget to check out my book. Back in the links at my channel. I'm making a new one as well. I've been writing it for a couple of weeks now. I'm like halfway done. So I'll be coming out really soon. It's Nurse Scary. If you like scary, check out my books. And I'll talk to you guys later. Okay. Bye.